Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Secret World. We are back here at the Kingsmith Police Station because we're going to do some bit of cleanup over here in the main town of Kingsmith before going back across the river and continuing there. So, I know this is a little out of order in terms of some of the quests, not that the quests have a particular order, but that's usually due to when we do our investigation missions, we come back to the quest giver to avoid spoilers rather than staying at the destination. And so we're doing some things, you know, that aren't quite in the same order. So we are Deputy Andy for draug. Andy has a theory about the sea monsters and how to potentially slow their advance. Kill draug and destroy their pods to find out if he's onto something. Tier 1. Andy has been observing the monsters that come from the sea and how they drag slimy pods around and onto the beach. He figures the pods must be valuable. Go down to the beach to study the draug and do whatever you can to sabotage them.
Now the walking dead? I can wrap my head around that. They're dead folk, just walking is all. But those other things? Tall and pale, slimy as maggots? They washed up with the fog. They came and dragged the townsfolk out to sea. Drowned them. Just like my dad with the kittens. He took them out to sea in a garbage bag. Said they were gonna go for a swim. Said they needed the exercise. They never came back. A few years later, neither did my dad. Jeez, I still miss those kittens. The townsfolk, they did come back, dragging what looked like eggs. The big uns, they come out of those eggs, like something from Invasion of the Body Snatchers. They're littered all over the place and guarded, and I'm thinking to myself, Andy, that's gotta mean something. That's gotta be a clue. Why keep an eye on something if it ain't valuable? That's police work. That's deduction, plain and simple. So I'm thinking, what came first, the maggot or the egg? Obviously the egg, right?
Andy may have a few father issues. So, first thing first, go to the harbor. And hopefully not get mobbed by too many zombies on the way. Alright, and now we need to find some figure impalers blocking the beach access. And that's those guys. Off we go. Picked up an extra zombie on the way, but that really isn't much of a problem. Especially since we have better gear and skills since last time we were in the area. Wait a few moments here for our arm to grow back. Oh, there's a lure there we can pick up. More right here. Alright, now we need to locate and kill 3 figure maulers and 3 brood pods. It's these guys with the club hands, and the pods are those egg-like things you saw during the cutscene. Caveat applied, do not stand in the white chalk line unless you want to become a white chalk line. These mauler guys aren't going to be terribly hard to find, so I'm going to try to locate the eggs first. I think there's some on this beach here. Attracted a zombie. No, he's just a weak one. Seeing any. Ah, there's a couple. Here's some draug, though. Let's see if I can hit just the pod. And you see the yeah. You want to take it out before the yellow line fills, because it'll spawn a mob that's full. I don't believe it's a full mob. The idea, I guess, is that you interrupt the incubation process or whatever. But it's still annoying to have another mob to fight. Zombie. Dang, that one hatched. And you can see it actually spawned a mob there. Let's go a little bit over on the beach again. Yeah, there's a couple. So we got some attention. Yeah, you can see the yellow bar here, which indicates how long it's going to be before this hatches normally. Need to remember to use my number 4, which I keep forgetting, since it does a pretty large amount of damage. Inventory is full. 50 of 50 items. So you see, even though I have empty quote-unquote slots, I've actually filled up my actual slots. So that's pretty easy. You click expand size limit. It costs you a little bit of cash, and you get 10 extra. Let's see. That's an QL2 AR, QL2 AR, QL2 pistol, QL3 pistol. So let's disassemble these. apparently that one hatched. Didn't quite get it fast enough. Yeah, you can see it's new formed, which means it's weaker than the normal ones. So now, we just need to get one more mauler here. Let's get this guy before he has a chance to hatch. And didn't succeed. Alright. We'll take the big guy out first. Now we have to take out 4 of the incubators. One. These will eventually actually crawl up on the beach and turn into the pods. So there's an entire, if rather disturbing, draugr lifestyle built into the game. Or lifestyle. Life cycle in the game. I suppose you could call it a life cycle or lifestyle. Grab the lure over here. Apparently also grab attention. We may lose his attention before he gets out here. We'll see. Nope, he's coming after us. Another incubator. Which we got the attention of without drawing the caster, which is good. Probably going to have to clear that caster out. Yeah, running around like a chicken with their head cut off probably isn't that effective against the casters, unlike the melees. But it keeps them moving, so if they drop something on the ground, they're already kind of in motion to get it out of the way. Or get out of its way. There we go, and now we kill the brood witches, which are the casters running around out here. Fortunately, their casting and a chalk outline looks like it's mostly below the water, so that's kind of hard to see. shotgun. QL2, not as good. And a chain, which is, looks like a DPS belt. That is QL2, so that's better. So we will place that there. Let's see if we can avoid not pulling an entire group. There we go. And now the Figure Lord. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing this correctly. It's probably some sort of Old Norse or Viking. Viking isn't a language. Norse is a language, I think. I'm sure somebody will correct me. But he's the big guy you may have seen in the background. There he is. That's not good. There we go. Send that in. The guys up in Brute Resources are eating this up. Nice work. We now know a lot more about the draug reproduction cycles. The locals get drawn out to sea, they drown, rise, get knocked up, and then plant themselves as pods on the shore. How romantic. This all raises a lot of new questions, especially regarding the draug's ability to control the locals. How exactly does one direct the actions of a brainless being? This is a question I struggle with every day. KG. So what do we got? It's like QL2 talismans. I currently have a QL1 talisman equipped, but in DPS, so that's the one I want, I think. Alright, equip that, and disassemble that one. Achievements are we getting? We're getting kill achievements and a little bit more progress on one of the mission achievements for the zone. Oh, right, that just points to the lore. So, map time. We are actually going to go down here to Norma Creed, who I believe will have more for us. I believe we're done with the sheriff's station, sheriff's department, at least until a much higher level, because there's a mission there for getting one of the auxiliary weapons, but we won't want to even attempt that until we've got much better gear. And after Norma, then there's the gypsy fortune teller. And that will, I believe, wrap up this side of town. Yep. Alright, Norma here has an investigation mission. So we will actually do that in our next video, so we will call it here. Apologies kind of for the short video, but wanted to make sure that we leave our investigation missions in separate videos for people who don't want to have things spoiled. So, thank you for watching. We will see you in the next video.